AI companies are not automating away the SDR, but they are automating away customer support. So the AI native companies have 67% smaller support teams. Customer support's only 2.2% of go-to-market headcount at AI native companies, compared to 6.7% of go-to-market headcount for all kind of B2B digital native companies. That is something that is a kind of very substantially declining role. And the job post numbers fell faster in customer support than any other go-to-market role. So that is clearly on the automation chopping block right now.
Does this feel like an overcorrection to you?
I mean, I worry about that. Like, I think that for AI native companies, if they've never done human customer support, they don't really know what they're missing. Like, and their customers don't know what they're missing. Sometimes with support, that it looks like a number on a spreadsheet until you see the human interaction with a real life, like highly qualified support person versus a bot. And you're like, oh, I get why we need this. Like for me, when I was on Substack, they only had an automated customer support offering, and then I moved to Beehive and I can actually get in touch with someone. That like made such a huge difference to customer experience. Like I'm worried that for these AI native companies, they never have that data because they haven't really tested having people in the role.
And that's where my mind went to. I don't know how to feel about this unless I saw the retention rates and renewal rates associated with it. Many of these AI native companies, people underestimate that they've never been through a true renewal cycle yet.
Exactly. And so customer success teams are comparable in size for AI native companies versus everyone else. So it's about 12 to 13% of go-to-market heads work in customer success. The teams still see value in having people work with customers. It's just the kind of like lower volume or more repetitive support tasks, I think, are either things they want to automate away or have just become part of the customer success team's job versus having a dedicated team for it. That's one. I think another thing is, to me, it is really hard to automate customer support when you've been traditionally doing it in a human-led way. If you start automation first, I think your practices change. Like you create a lot more and better documentation. You identify where automation got it wrong or couldn't answer something. You build a doc for that, right? Like if you start and build the automation muscle early, I do think there's something about like you're just better at automating that function.
It's funny, I did this panel for Tabs, and I was interviewing 3 founders about finding product market fit as AI native companies and how they've scaled their go-to-market orgs and the rest of the org differently. And I asked specifically, like, what is the bottleneck around hiring right now? And they're like, well, yes, it is engineers, but it's actually people to help implement the product. And a lot of that is following on the customer success people because it's more of a technical implementation. So I expected this one to actually be up. The promise of AI is that it'll just set itself up. We're not completely there yet. A lot of it is context dependent. So I do think you need the human to understand the product and your environment to get it going.
The data set had separated out like a solutions engineering group that also included like probably the deployment engineer group. Forward deployed engineers were within solutions, and solutions were about 17% of go to market hiring. So that group is staffed at a higher rate than customer success, or at least for in terms of like open job posts right now.
I definitely expected that one to be up in terms of open job posts. But what's funny is they're actually asking for like an engineer to do that job.
Well, I think these products are like often fairly technical in order to like really get them up and running. And so, yes, you kind of need the change management and the human to kind of help the customer along that journey. But it's less like SaaS where you're teaching people how to use a product, and it's more about taking a process and automating it with AI. And so I do think that a lot of the implementations are more technical than they used to be.
What's the next position in go to market that you looked at?
All right, so we talked about SDRs, customer support and success. Let me just like take a step back. Go to market hiring in general, the job posts right now are down 15% year over year. So Q1 2026 compared to Q1 2025. And the trend did continue in April amidst the sell off in SaaS stocks. So there were about 23,000 go to market job posts in Q1, but that is down. SaaS companies are hiring at slower paces than they used to, and AI native companies are hiring a lot more, but it's just still not making a dent in the overall market.
We covered SDRs, we covered customer support, customer success. Where are my salespeople at? Where are my account execs?
Sales is the number one largest role within go-to-market. It's about 40% of all jobs in go-to-market are in sales. And there's like at least a 2-to-1 ratio in terms of sales people to every other role in the go-to-market org. Now, what's interesting is like sales roles are actually quite resilient. They've stayed pretty consistent as a percentage of go-to-market jobs. It's the kind of thing that's like, yes, we still need people to sell AI, and no, it's not really being automated away.
Some of these bigger deals that are getting done by AI companies are being done by humans because like it's very hard to get JP Morgan Chase to say, you know what, we will agree to $1 million of Cursor without talking to anybody. Like at the end of the day, people want to do business with people. Hopefully those people are more efficient because they're using better tooling and the pod around them is more efficient, but that checks out that you still need A's.
We looked at like what technologies were being mentioned in job posts, and like Claude is taking off. What percentage of AE job posts do you think mention that they're looking for someone with Claude skills, like Claude Code or just Claude in general?
60.
0.2%. People really don't care if your AE knows how to use Claude. Like you're hiring the AE to build the relationship with the customer.
That's crazy. They're like, we actually don't want you to use a computer. We're going to give you a rotary phone and a machete. Go out and sell.
Like a lot of these job posts do probably say like familiarity with AI tools, right? Like there's probably some other code words. I'm just talking about Claude, like specifically as one product. Claude is creeping up in a lot of go-to-market roles, just not sales. When I looked to set up my first CRM at Growth Unhinged, I knew I wanted something that was actually AI first. The world has evolved. Most CRMs are still stuck in the 90s. I found Lightfield, the CRM that remembers everything and does the work for you. It joins all my sales calls, reads my emails, and has the full context on every account. At this point, Lightfield knows my deals better than I do. I haven't had to set up a single CRM dashboard. Instead, I simply ask Lightfield questions like, which deals in my pipeline are most likely to close, or who do I need to follow up with today? It even automatically prepares me for meetings with a personalized daily briefing, and setup was quick and surprisingly painless. Lightfield is my sales coach, RevOps analyst, therapist, EA, all in one. See Lightfield for yourself with a 14-day free trial. Connecting data from your inbox takes just 5 minutes, and you can migrate in under an hour. Go to lightfield.app, that's LIGHTFIELD.app, and use code MOSTLYGROWTH to get 3 months free.